We'll do a quick test with a Panasonic G9. I've got the 12 to 60 Panasonic Leica f2.8 to f4 variable aperture. That's a 24 to 120 equivalent. Also got the Rode Video, what is it? It's a little tiny one. Video Pro Micro, I don't know. It's the little one that goes in the hot shoe with the big dead cat on top, or whatever they call it. You know, the windscreen, basically. So I've got the face tracking turned on. I want to see kind of how that does. I've seen everybody else do it, so never seen myself do it. And curious how the sound is on this also, because the on the A7R3, using this microphone with no boost. This one is 0 dB on the G9. It's basically default, so it's not you know, lowered or amplified. It's just kind of factory setting 0 dB. So I'm curious how it's picking up my voice. And also there's a little bit of breeze. I'm under a bunch of trees here, and right now I can hear the leaves rustling in the trees. I don't know if you can hear that. And there's, I wouldn't say it's really loud, but there's, you know, quite a bit of insect noise behind me, or all around me. Basically, it's like a crickets, like a continuous droning. So you probably can hear that in the background. Actually, the last video I posted on the about the mower I have, that actually was with the A7R3 with the in-camera microphone. So when I look at the app right here, it's basically tracking my face. It's got face detect. I believe it's also metering for my face, so if it sees my face and thinks it's seeing a face, it'll meter off of that, so the exposure will get brighter. And that little crosshair is bouncing around and trying to stay on my eye also. The thing I found before was sometimes it would, even though it looked like it was in focus and the crosshair was like right over my eye and the box on my face, it would kind of focus behind me or something. So I'm just kind of curious. I'm looking at the screen. I'm going to back up. Now it's kind of on my face still. Now it's doing, switching back and forth between the face and body detection. And it does the torso tracking also. I don't know if you can, probably can't see that. Let me try to, when it gets back to the torso tracking, I'll try to hold the phone out. So like right there, you probably can't see it, but it puts a rectangle around your body. So if it loses track of your face, it'll recognize the body and try to track that. So again, it's in continuous focus. I've got it on face tracking, you know, the specific autofocus mode for face tracking, and it seems to be doing a really good job of focusing on my eye. I'm at a 50mm equivalent on the lens right now. It's getting really windy, so I don't know if you're picking up that wind. It's pretty windy. And let's kind of go over here. Right on the edge, it's still saying it's seeing my face. Occasionally it'll jump to the torso tracking. Alright, so I'm going to go out of frame and then I'll come back and see how it does. Okay, I'm going to come back. And it acquired focus on my face, or at least it says it has. Looks like it's in focus, as far as I can tell. It seems to do a really good job of finding your face. Now I'm just curious to see if it actually will stay in focus, because when I was trying this with my son the other day, just like with still photos, it was doing a really good job with torso tracking and with face tracking. And but occasionally, you know, just doing single shots, you know, when it said it was in focus, you know, snap, 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 you know, just a little bit here, you know, not real fast, but sometimes it would just go out of focus. But every time I'm reasonably close to the camera, it shows that my face is in focus. It's got the box around my face and the crosshair on my eye. So we'll see what happens. I'm about 50mm, let's see, arm's length. My arm into my hand is about a foot from the camera. Still says it's doing face detection right now, even though I've got my hand in front of it. Still says face detection. It's got a box around my face, even though I've got my hand in front of it. I don't know if you can try to see what's going on there. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll stop it there, see what it looks like.